Today I'm going to be telling you on why you should leave your technology at home and not bring it to class. Technology has been taking over classrooms for the worst. It's not the PowerPoints, it's the extra unnecessary technology that we bring with us. It's our smartphones, tablets, and laptops. Students during class are going on these devices to either text, play games, or just browse social media. When they are doing this, they aren't paying attention to what's being taught in the classroom. There has been many studies shown that when a student goes on these devices for non-class activities, they start to do worse in the class and begin to struggle. That being said, you should leave your unnecessary technology at home or leave it in your backpack. When going to school, you are going there to learn and get good grades. The unnecessary text messages are causing students to fall behind. They are also going through extreme measures to send that one text. According to Sherry Gordon, students are finding ways to text, surf the web, and post on social media, all while the teacher is instructing. They hide their devices in their lap, a sweatshirt pocket, or even an open pocket in their backpack. The end result is that they are only half present in the classroom for much of the time. All of these things are bringing down students' scores in the class. Texting isn't the only problem. According to the Signal, still more than half of them seem like they're not paying attention to what's going on in class. Students using their laptops during lectures can be spotted playing computer games, shopping online, browsing through social media, working on assignments for different classes, or doing various other activities not relevant to the class. You should ignore all these things so you do better in the class. Doing better in the class can lead to better grades, a scholarship, and eventually a better job for your future. People who bring technology to school feel the need to go on their technology because they need a mental break. According to Niederman, they felt it would be useful for them to maybe do their own thing for a couple of minutes and then come back to class. Students also felt if they were too overwhelmed by the information, they would get off the topic and go browse or text somebody and take a mental break. People don't realize that this small break can cause you crucial information for the class. You can miss when the next assignment is due and then receive a 0. This would then put you behind in the class. According to Insider Higher Ed, a recent survey found the use of technology in class, such as laptops or phones, for non-educational purposes was distracting to almost half of the students, while others surveyed believe technology in the classroom is unavoidable. If a fellow student says that, you should ultimately believe it. Put the technology away to further your studies. Since technology has been introduced to students, it has been rapidly growing. New apps, new phones, and new laptops come out every day. Students will never put down the phone because they want to get familiar with these new things. According to Niederman, this survey showed the use of social media in a classroom setting had become normalized, and students saw off-task activity less negatively because most students were engaged in some sort of off-task activity at some point during the class. The survey revealed some students felt that to allow for a brief distraction when they felt bored would help them feel more engaged for the rest of the class period. The students who thought that were ultimately wrong. They went back on their social media and paid no attention to the class. They had the urge to go back on their technology. Ultimately, when you start playing around with your phone or laptop, you won't want to stop. And by the time you know it, class is over and you haven't learned anything. Out of all the grade levels, college students have it the worst. In a college environment, you have probably noticed that most of the students are glued to their cell phones. According to Technology and Student Distraction, in one survey at 6 different universities, college students reported using their phones an average of 11 times per day in the same class. In another study, 92% of college students reported using their phones to send text messages during the class. Most college students will avoid listening to lectures in order to go on their phone. Since it's college, most professors won't see the person doing it because it's such a large class. Or they just don't care to tell the person because it's not their problem. It's not high school where the teacher will tell you to stop so you can pay attention. This being said, the professor does not care about your grades in the class. It's up to you to pay attention and get good grades. Another study was done regarding a student's grades. According to Kuskoff, Titsworth, and Rosen, those who texted frequently took lower quality notes, retained less information, and did worse on tests about the material. Students themselves realized that cell phone usage does not promote learning. In one survey, 80% of students agreed that using a mobile phone in class decreases their ability to learn. In the final study, according to Becky Supano, students spend a quarter of the class time on their cell phones. To conclude, unnecessary technology is distracting students in the classroom. Studies have shown that students in class go on their phones and laptops, and it corresponds with poor notes and poor test grades. This then leads to bad grades. In the future, you should leave your technology at home so you can pay attention in class. When you pay attention in class, your overall grades will go up and it will benefit your future. So, do yourself a favor and leave your technology outside of the classroom. Thank you.